Hey there, welcome. Thank you for joining me. We're going to get started in our cross-legged seats. And from this spot, you're going to just scooch around a little bit like you're, putting your hips down and knees down in the sand. Making a little seat for yourself until you feel grounded, so that when you can push down on the knees a little bit without feeling too much discomfort, now you're stable from hips, knees, and feet. And you can just start to gently rock forward and back in your hips. Forward and back, using your sternum as a gauge. Going forward and back, you quickly become aware of the fact that you are capable of increasing and decreasing pressure in your body. And naturally, as you go forward to increase the pressure, you can exhale to release the pressure. Exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward, and inhale back. And we're just going to quickly get out of that mindset that, I'm supposed to be getting into a pose, I'm supposed to be achieving something, accomplishing something, feeling better. Before we get there, you've got to come to the clarity that you have control over the way that you're feeling. You're feeling more pressure and less pressure. And if you just do more or less or more, then you will feel more or less pressure. And when you change the pressure that you feel in your body, you change the way that you feel. The tension responds to the pressure, the stress responds to the pressure. What you want to find now is that you can do the same thing going left and right with bigger, deeper breath. And while you do this, it's sort of just like this robotic, natural movement. You're not really thinking much about it. You can instead take all of your thinking and bring it to your neck, your shoulders, and your jaw muscle, your lips. Where's the pressure going if you're not feeling it in your hips? Are you inadvertently squeezing the hands or holding the breath? Last one like this, and then we're going to combine these two directions together. It's forward, back, left, and right all together like circles. Forward, back, left, and right. And these can be as big as you want or as small as you want. It's all the same to me. It should be all the same to you. So whether you're here to, experience a good exercise, a good movement, or you just want to ground yourself and find some clarity in your mind, you'll be able to get what you're looking for, because I'm not controlling the way that it feels in your body. You're not trying to do what I do, because honestly, you don't want to feel the way that I do. You have no idea what I'm feeling, and I have no idea what you're feeling. So instead, what we do is we just focus on ourselves and make ourselves feel better. Isn't that the idea? Last circle here. And we come into the center so that we can inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, drop the chin. Then we're going up and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. And then we can take our hands with us. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the hands. Drop the chest, drop the chin. Big breath up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And this time you go up, you stay up. Arms all the way up. And you reach over to your right so that you can drop your right hand down and reach. Now, if it looks like I'm going to the left, understand that I'm actually going to my right. And yeah, I could just say things differently, but I'm going to my right and you're going to your right. Let's not make this any more complicated than it is. Open up the chest, close the chest, lift the hand, drop the hand. Figure out the spot where you would like to place your top left hand. Because if you put it here or there or here or there, it's going to feel slightly differently in your body. And I want you to start to ground yourself in the idea that there is always a better place to put it. You could have tension in the arm. You could be soft and relaxed in the arm. Whatever you're choosing to do, you're going to relax your neck and drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder and just breathe while you're stretching over to your side. Last one like this, and then we're going to take our twist. The top left hand goes to the right knee, so you're crossing your body in front. Look over to your right, squeeze at the belly, empty out the lungs, do your very best, and then big breath, lift the chin. Let the pressure out. You're in the pose, right? You've done it, yeah? You're in your twist? Stop trying to do it. Stop trying to get there. Stop trying to make it better. And just breathe. You only have one spine. So if you look to your right and you think about putting your chin towards your back shoulder, you will twist your spine through your neck the same way that you are twisting your spine through your torso. And that way your spine is having one singular experience. And this will feel a whole lot better for you in your twist. Last breath here. And you keep this left arm in front exactly where it is. The right hand from behind it comes underneath that left elbow so you can hook the arm, bring it into the chest. Use your right arm like you're curling your bicep. And then soften up the left arm because you want to stretch soft muscle. If you stretch tight muscle, then you get more pain. If you stretch soft muscle, you become flexible, right? So once you figure out how much pressure you want to apply, relax the neck. Take a deeper breath and start to move your breath on purpose. Start to breathe deeper all the way through the bottom of your lungs. Last one here. And you'll unwind now. Put both hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Big deep breath, lift the chin. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and lift the chin upwards and elongate and stretch the skin in your throat. Exhale out the stress of it. And I want you to come to see that you don't have to hold your breath. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to prove it to yourself. You don't have to try to do something that doesn't feel good so that it can feel better later. That doesn't make much sense, does it? You're gonna suffer now to feel better later. Never works. Keeping your hands where they are, you look downwards and move your nose towards the floor. Exhale to fold. And if you go an inch, great. If you put your nose on the floor, wonderful. But if you have to hold your breath or squeeze your jaw muscle or hate your very existence, then why are you doing it? How's it helping you? Maybe your hands are resting on your back. Maybe your hands are pointing at the ceiling. Whatever you're choosing to do, you should like it. You should like the way that it feels, even if the way that it feels is complicated, complex, dynamic. Last one like this. Then when you inhale to come up, you're going to push your hands away from your chest. Exhale to push. Tuck the chin down, squeeze at the belly, and hold this cat shape. If you want laser beams coming out of your hands, fun. If you want soft, dangly wrists, that's okay too. Just let the stress go. We're just stretching, right? This doesn't have to be so complicated. Relax the jaw, the lips, the eyebrows, and just be in this general shape where your arms are out, your chin is down, and your belly is tucked in tight. And the way that I teach really allows you to close your eyes, because I'm going to tell you exactly where to go and when to go. And I'm never going to go anywhere without first telling you that I'm going there. Like right now, we're going to inhale and lift the arms in the air. Inhale, lift. And then go over to your left so that you're reaching to your left hand on the floor. Top right arm reaches, lifts, reaches, lifts until you feel like This is the spot. I like this one. That's when you can drop your bottom ear downward and lift your top ear upwards to get your neck involved in the stretch. And in all these side stretches, whether it be here or side angle or any other pose, you're always allowed to take your top arm and wrap it around your back. You'll notice I haven't changed my body. And the whole reason of being in this pose is to stretch the space between my right pelvis and my right shoulder, the whole right side of my torso. I'm getting a nice big stretch here, and I don't have to use my arm. Using the arm, it's helpful sometimes, but it's not necessary. So if you've got a shoulder issue going on, you should allow yourself to drop the hand back. You'll be so much happier. Last breath like this. And when you put your right hand on the left knee, crossing your body, you're going to look to your left, exhale deeply. Think about putting your chin on your back shoulder. Empty out the lungs completely, and then big breath, lift the chin. And somewhere between this tall place where your chin is up and your lungs are full and the low place where your chin is down and your lungs are empty, you're going to find something that you like. Some spots in between these two places where you're happiest. And you're going to stay right there. You're going to relax your jaw, close your eyes, look behind you, and just move your breath on purpose. And if you enjoy the feeling of tensing your muscles, then have at it. But if you don't, then simply relax. You don't have to come out of the pose. And you'll notice the difference between tense muscles and relaxed muscles is like an inch at the most, sometimes less. So take it easy on yourself and enjoy this experience. The left hand from behind you, it's going to come underneath this right arm, and you're going to hook that elbow and come up tall and give a little twist to the left so that you can stretch your soft right shoulder. Maybe even your neck relaxes. You're going to show me your guns on that left arm. Squeeze the bicep a little bit in order to bring the arm into position. Once you've got it, you simply allow yourself to have it. Isn't this it? Isn't this what we're doing in life? Allow yourself to feel like you have what you want. You start to practice yoga in the same way that you want to live your life. I want to feel satisfied. Now, honestly, I wish I had a whole lot of money, because that would definitely make me feel satisfied. But the truth is, I don't need any money. All of my needs are met. I got a great life. Everything's going very well. More money would make things better, but you know what else it would do? It would bring more problems. And then I have to deal with those. So instead of needing more things to make you feel satisfied, find satisfaction in your next exhale. Bring both hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Big deep breath. Lift the arms up. Lift the chin up. Exhale, fold on down. Empty out the lungs. Give a little shake left and right with the shoulders, and when you drop your hands, lift them all the way up in the air, so that when you separate the feet and get the soles to touch, you're in your bound angle shape. And you can drop your hands down and tuck your chin down and round your shoulders and exhale deeply. Maybe you like to close your eyes and simply hang out here. We're going to use this pose to learn what it feels like in the body to experience resistance. In order to do that, I need to ground you in the basic yoga fundamental philosophy that you are not your body, and that yourself is comprised of three components: the body, the mind, and the consciousness, the energy, the soul. And in this way, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the consciousness, you are the energy, you are the eternal, intangible aspects that you don't understand. And isn't this the truth? You don't know who you are. You don't really understand yourself. And anybody who says any different is just speaking from ego. Because ego knows exactly who it is. Ego is very clear about who it is. But you don't know. You're a mystery, an enigma. And that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. And in this way now, you are commanding your body like a puppeteer, saying, tuck your chin down, round your shoulders, squeeze the belly, fold forward, exhale deeply, ah. And in this process, you push your body into a place where it doesn't want to be. So what does the body do? It communicates back to you. But not with words. The body does not speak with words. The mind speaks with words. The body speaks through your feelings and emotions. This resistance feeling that you get in the inner hips, the groin muscles, it's tight, it's restrictive, it makes you want to wince and grind your teeth. It'll go away if you sit up. You're still in the same pose, right? But now the resistance is gone. Can you fold back in without hitting that boundary, without hitting that wall? Can you gently, safely, and comfortably be in this pose without forcing the body to do something that it doesn't want to do? You'll understand it like this. You could, theoretically speaking, and you should not, but you could force your body to go jump off a cliff. And your body would do it because it has to listen to you. But it would fight tooth and nail to stop you. It would do everything in its power to stop you from doing so. You would feel awful along the way because your body does not want to do that. Just like your body does not want your nose to touch the floor here. What your body wants is to sleep in bed, eat ice cream on the couch. That's what your body wants. But you want six-pack abs, and you want to run real fast, and you want to have all the nice things and look really good in the mirror. So you see, you want something different than what your body wants. And when you force your desires on the body fights back. Let's inhale, come up. Take your left hand. Put your left hand outside your left knee and lean to your left until your right knee comes up. So that you can flip your right knee all the way back down. You see how you got your right leg like in a chicken wing here, toes pointed outwards, and when you lean over into that leg, you increase pressure into the hip socket. That's why we're here. Do a little left and right twist, relax your shoulders back and down, move forward and back and left and right, and understand that this is still the pose. Just like this is still the pose. And whatever amount of pressure you need to feel in your hip to enjoy it, that's up to you. This is more or less what I like. And when I find what I like, I can exhale deeply, relax my neck and shoulders, relax my jaw and lips, relax my eyebrows and cheekbones, shake out my wrists, my elbows, and simply sit to experience the feeling that I'm creating in my hip. How's my body feel about it? Am I tightening up? Am I locking? Am I getting resistance? Is my body resisting me? Because if so, what is this relationship that we have going on between you and the body? What kind of relationship would you like to have? Consider the horse and rider analogy. You could be the type of horse rider that wears spurs on your boots and you kick your horse in the gut every time you want it to do something. Stab it with your spurs. And that horse will listen to you, sure. But is that horse going to save your life if you needed to? I don't know, maybe. Probably not, though. Instead, now you've got the other model of the rider who rides the horse bareback, squeezing the thighs together so it doesn't fall off, communicating with the horse, feeding the horse before he feeds himself. Is that horse going to save your life when you need it? Most likely, yeah. because its livelihood depends upon you. This is the relationship that you want. Could you go to the gym and just work at it until you get the exact body you want, until all your pain goes away? Yeah, you could. But how are you going to feel when you do so? How's your body going to feel? How's your mind going to feel? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to be satisfied when you see the muscles that you want, or you have the range of movement that you want? Is it going to be enough? Will it ever be enough? You see, these are the questions that we're looking for. How much is too much? And how much is too little? Now, when you want to come out of this, you just lean over to your left so that you can kick your right leg out. But you want a long right leg so that when you fold your left foot into the upper right thigh, you can put your right elbow on your right thigh and the left arm goes out, up, over, and across into another side stretch. And you could put this left hand at the ceiling. You could reach for the toes. You could wrap it behind the back. But whatever you choose to do with the left arm, that's up to you. I want you to drop your bottom ear, lift your top ear, and move your breath with purpose. So that you can experience the sensation of stretching the muscles between your left pelvis and left shoulder. Maybe you can even find the space between the ribs on your left side. Now, if you go too far, you're not going to be able to breathe, and if you don't go far enough, you're not going to feel satisfied. So you're looking for that one spot where you can have your cake and eat it too. Enjoy yourself and work hard and relax and feel proud and have a sense of inner self-validation. All the things, right? All of the things. That's what we're after here. Because the truth is that all of these things are within you. And if you are against any one thing that is inside of the body, then you are against yourself. And you're never going to feel good about that. And so you've got to learn to accept your reality, the way that you feel right now. Because until you can just accept yourself for who you are today, you will never become who you'd like to be tomorrow. And this is your last breath in this pose. And you'll sit up nice and tall, and you can do a little left and right twist with the elbows to help you release some of the pressure. Bigger, deeper breath. You roll out the back of the neck. You're going to take your right hand and put it next to your right hip, so that when the left hand reaches across the long leg, now you're twisting into a forward fold. The left arm is across the long leg, and you're going to put your nose in the direction of your knee and exhale deeply and relax your jaw. Consider the way that I'm speaking right now. Do you think that you could carry on a conversation with me in a similar tone, with a similar cadence, a similar clarity of breath as I do right now? Because if the answer is no, then most likely you are pushing too deeply into your body. You see, the way that this whole thing works is that you are consciousness. You are eternal and intangible. You are energetic. And because you are eternal and intangible, you want all of the things, and you want all of them right now because you believe truly that it is your birthright to have them. Because it is. Because in your perspective, you already do have them. And so when you go into the body, which is the only place where you could ever experience anything, and you don't find what you're looking for, you start throwing stuff around, getting angry. Where's my thing? Where's my desire? I demand it to be here now. I deserve it. You've heard this before. You've said it before. You've felt it before. You've thought it before. Inhale, come up. sit back in both of your hands. Exhale. Relax the neck and shoulders and start to squeeze your right thigh so that your toes pull towards your forehead and your heel starts knocking on the floor. The whole point of this exercise is to keep your knee straight and your heel off the floor. And if this is as best you can do, bravo, that's plenty. But if you can tap your calf on the floor, that's cool too. And if you can get your leg off the floor completely, that's cool. But you see how I'm not bending my knee? That's really what we're after here. You see how my toes are still pulling back and my heel's still pushing away? And whether you're using your hands or not, I'm not grinding my jaw and I'm not holding my breath and I'm not getting blue in the face. Is this hard? Yes. Is it bothering me? No. Can I do it forever? Absolutely not. But can I do it right now? Yes. If you can't do this without bending the knee, then you shouldn't do it because you're sacrificing your integrity when you bend your knee. Instead, keep it straight, even if you can't quite have all the things you want yet. Now, left hand outside the left hip so that you can get your right heel up, over, and across that folded left knee. See how we are, a little pretzel? Right hand's behind, left hand's in front. You look to your right, you empty the lungs, you squeeze at the belly, let it all out. Now think about putting your chin on your back shoulder. You're in a twist, which means you can lift your chin up to lengthen the spine or drop the chin down to relax the spine based on what you need in your body right now. And with a bigger, deeper breath, you can simply just practice coming to terms with the present moment, accepting reality as it is and not how you want it to be. Now soon, I promise, we will start to focus on what we would like it to be instead of what it is. But before you do that, you have to first accept what it is. Because until you can face reality, you will not be given anything else. Last breath like this, and your legs stay put while your left hand pulls back, and you can drop your right knee down. It should get stuck up here. It shouldn't be able to go very far. See where my ankle is above my left thigh here? I'm not on my foot, I'm on my leg, so that when I fold over, it's kind of like I'm in pigeon pose. Hands are down, exhale deeply, you're focusing on the right hip and the outside of the right thigh. And whether you're using hands to brace yourself or hands are behind the back, it doesn't change the fact that you're breathing calmly, thinking clearly, and able to focus on what you want. Even if it's in the minority of what there is. Remember how we started this whole practice? Increasing, decreasing pressure. Here we are now at the point where we can acknowledge that if you're capable of increasing, decreasing pressure, then you are capable of changing the way that it feels. And once you accept that it feels complicated and complex and dynamic, and that there is more than one thing happening at once, and that some things I like and some things I don't like, as soon as you accept all that, then you can focus on the thing that you prefer instead of fighting for your own limitation. Last breath here. We sit up nice and tall and pull the right leg down, back where we started, bound angle, soles of the feet are touching. And so from here now, you can just lean over to your right hand, over to the side. Left knee's coming up so that the left knee can flip. And then once you're here, this is enough. You're allowed to stay here if your hips are tight, but if not, go over to your left until you find the heat, the spice, the pressure that you like. You understand this with salt on your food. Now, some people, they can't have any salt, and that's too bad. But most people, you like a little seasoning on your food. Most people are going to put salt on their food. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. Some people like hot sauce. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. Isn't it the same thing here? Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. And when you've got just the right amount of what you're looking for, you love it. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, I love stretching into my hip socket this way. I love it. It feels great. I'm alive. This is exactly what I wanted, and I'm not fighting against it. My hands are not bracing for impact, and I'm not grinding my teeth and squeezing my jaw or squeezing my eyes shut. I'm truly, honestly enjoying this feeling. But just like you can't eat the same food over and over and over and over again, eventually you get full. You can't sit here forever no matter how much you enjoy it, because if you stay here too long, you're going to get too full, and then even just one more bite, you're going to let it all out, right? So what we do is, before we get to that place where we stop hating it, now we lean to the right. Kick the left leg out. Long left leg. You got the right foot folded in the upper thigh. Remember that side stretch? Left elbow on the left thigh, right arm is out, up, over, and across, and whether you're reaching for the toes or pointing at the ceiling or wrapping behind the back, it's all good in my book. Left ear drops, right ear lifts as you simply accept reality for what it is, all of it. Acknowledge that some parts of this feel better than others, and then focus on the parts that you prefer. Like when you go to a buffet and there's all types of food available on the buffet, all types of things. Some you like, some you don't. Are you that person that just complains about all the yucky food that's being served while you take all the yummy food and put it on your plate? Are you that person? I hope not. You like that person? I don't. Are you the person who sits down after taking all the food that they want to eat on their plate, who sits down with their friends, with their family, and they start talking about, ew, did you see all that yucky food that was being served? Can you believe that other people are eating it? Oh, gross. Are you that person? Well, I hope not. You don't want to be that person. Nobody wants to be that person. Nobody wants to sit with that person. You want to be the person that takes a bite of their food and loves it, and simply enjoys what you put on your plate. Isn't that right? Isn't this so simple? Isn't it so obvious? Enjoy what you like and let everything else exist without your concern. Last breath here in the side stretch. And we're going to come up and twist to the left. Right hand goes in front, left hand comes behind. I'm folding over my twisted leg. Exhale deep, shake it loose. Reclaim your breath. Release the pressure from the back of the neck, the jaw, and start to enjoy your breath. As if it is your favorite meal. Savor your breath now. The inhale feels good. The exhale feels better. The inhale feels good. The exhale feels better. And in this way now, every breath you take feels wonderful, and you love it because you're not stretching so deeply that you have to try so hard, right? We're beyond that, aren't we? We're at the point now where we can just love it, enjoy it, respect it, honor it. What is it exactly that we are loving and enjoying and respecting and honoring? What is it? Our mindset? Our willpower? Our body? Yes. Yes is the question. Yes is the answer. All of it. We are loving ourselves. We are loving the experience that we're creating. Last breath here. And you inhale to sit up tall. Place those hands behind you while you pull your toes, lift your heel. We are not bending the knee. Anybody could bend their knee. It's not the point. Straight knee. And whether you're just barely bouncing or you're so high off the floor, it doesn't make much difference. You're breathing, you're softening, you're allowing the experience to exist. You're acknowledging that some parts are hard, some parts are easy. I like some things, I don't like some things. And you're focusing on the part of the experience that you can appreciate. And we're going to get this heel now. Across the folded knee, up, over, and across for the twist. Left hand is back, right hand is in front. You look to your left. You squeeze in the belly, and notice how the navel goes towards the inner thigh, because that's going to be the characteristic of all the twists. Navel towards the inner thigh. Your spine is twisting to the left from the tailbone to the back of your head. Every breath you take feels better than the last one. And it really just doesn't get any more clear than this. It doesn't get any more complicated than this either. You see, as things become clearer, they also become more difficult and more complicated. And there are people out there that could fight me tooth and nail on every word that I'm choosing and the whole process I'm describing. And that's how you know it's real, because when something is paradoxical, it is true. And that's how you know it's true, when it doesn't make sense to the mind. Because the mind is incapable of understanding consciousness, soul, spirit, energy, whatever you want to call it. Right hand back, left knee drops. Exhale, fold over this leg like pigeon. Hands, no hands, you're breathing just the same. If you need to do a shimmy left and right to soften up the muscles, you do so. You are allowed to make your own decisions. You can start to move with the assumption now that you're doing it right. You're doing it right. And you're doing it best for you. Because if it doesn't feel good, you know that something's off. This is supposed to feel good. It's going to feel good when it's a little bit uncomfortable. Because if it was too easy, it wouldn't feel good. We are suspicious of things that are too easy. Because if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? You gotta work a little bit for it, right? Last breath. You sit up tall, and we're gonna flip this left leg completely. So when the left foot pulls back down, you can bring the knees together and come onto your knees. You're on the tops of your feet, sitting back on your heels. Knees touch, toes touch, back on the heels. And if your body doesn't do this, I get it. It took me literally 2.5 years to be able to sit like this. You're allowed to sit like this. This is okay. You're allowed to have your hands in front of you. This is the same pose as this. And this is the same pose as this. It's all the same. You're just choosing how much pressure to apply to your feet. And once you figure out the right amount of pressure that makes you feel good about yourself, you sit still and you feel good about yourself. But if you're here and you want to be here, please don't do that game where you're here and you're saying, I want to be there. Please, come on, don't do that to yourself. Just be where you are. I promise, if you learn to accept where you are and truly feel good about where you are, you will get exactly where you want to go. You'll get there. I can't tell you when. Nobody can. Like I said, it took me 2.5 years to be able to sit like this. My entire life, I was like this. I couldn't go past this. It was excruciating for me. And so I just, sat on my yoga mat for 2.5 years at home, watching TV and stuff. Just sitting around. Instead of sitting on the couch, I sat here. And after 2.5 years of just getting through it, All of a sudden, one day, here I was, sitting just fine, breathing just fine. I could stay here for about 5 minutes, but after that, my legs go numb and they start getting tingly and I can't do any more. Does it feel uncomfortable right now? Yes, it does. But does it bother me? No, it doesn't. And this is what I want you to learn. How to be uncomfortable without letting it bother you, because being uncomfortable is the experience of growth. Growing is uncomfortable. Think about the idea of a teenager growing and how awkward teenagers are, how awkward the teenage years are. You know who the coolest teenagers are? The ones who don't care that they're awkward. The ones who just accept the fact that they're growing. The ones who act like they're just regular humans. Those are the best ones who embrace their awkwardness. They're in a growing stage. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. And as soon as you stop growing, as soon as you stop allowing yourself to be uncomfortable, that's when the pain comes. That's when the discomfort really solidifies. You don't want to be there. Trust me, you don't want to be there. Last breath here in this pose, okay? And then we're going to just lean over to your side, left, right, whichever one you want. Lean over to the side. Get your legs out in front of you. You're going to shake them loose. Feel all that blood flowing now. Shake out the knees, the ankles. Exhale deeply. Release the pressure in the back of the neck and the shoulders. And with your straight legs, please don't bend your knees. With your straight legs, pull your toes. Sit back in your hands if you have to. No bending in the knees. Keep your straight legs. This is like a growth chart. If you can't have a growth chart that doesn't move along the wall, then you don't have any sense of actually measuring. Without bending your knees, you go forward and back, so that you can figure out how much pressure is the right amount of pressure. And once you figure that out, I want you to go there and stay there and breathe there. And when you start to tuck your chin and round your shoulders and squeeze the belly, you'll fold into your deepest place. And whether you're reaching for your toes or you're not reaching for your toes, it doesn't actually matter. You see, I'm just reaching, not reaching, reaching, not reaching. It's all the same. Shake out the jaw. Relax your body. And just be here. Shake out the ankles now. You're there. You did it. You don't need to try anymore. You don't need to push anymore. You're breathing calmly and comfortably, and this is where you are. Can you meet yourself today? Can you be in your body right now without hating it, without wishing that you were somewhere else, without wishing that you were more flexible or stronger, or that you didn't have the back pain? Can you get away from that place where you have to wince because the back hurts or because the legs are tight? You understand? I'm here because I'm flexible. But if you're not flexible, you're here. I need you to understand that. When I'm here, I'm feeling the same pressure in my body that you're feeling if you're up here, or here, or here, or here, or here, and we're all just going to that same place, unconditional of what you feel in your body. Bigger, deeper breath. You allow things to exist as they are and focus on what you want to feel, even if it's in the minority of your experience. And last one here. And you're going to sit up nice and tall, scoot your heels all the way to the edge of the mat, and lower down to your back. Nice and easy. If you need to reposition on your mat to get square on it, you're allowed to do that. 2 long legs. Exhale all the stress out, and you're going to take your right foot, put it flat on the floor so that your knee's in the air, and then step your right foot over your left leg and twist over onto your left side, on your left shoulder, your left hip, all the way over, and then your top shoulder, your top right shoulder, pull it back, open up the chest, and stretch into your twist until you've had enough, and that's when you simply appreciate your breath. Allow it to feel better and better and better. Now I'm going to give you just a moment of silence here to enjoy and appreciate this feeling. Last breath like this. And then you'll bring your right leg flat to the floor. Now you're flat on the back, shaking out the legs. Reposition your body so that you can take your left foot and step it over and across your long right leg, all the way on the right side. Open up your chest and stretch and breathe. And then listen for the sound of your breath that passes through your nose. Your last breath like this. And then you're going to go flat to your back, and we're just going to lie here for a moment. I want you to extend your heels away from your body. Rest your hands outside of your hips. Reposition your hips and shoulders until you feel like you are stable and balanced between the left and right sides of your body. When your body is balanced, it will rest. And while your body is resting, calm your mind by listening to the sound of your breath passing through your nose. You'll take a bigger, deeper breath now and feel your belly going up and down. And you squeeze and release your hands. Stretch the arms up over the head and reach so that you can transition back up to your cross-legged seat. We sit up tall. Exhale deeply. Use the forward, back, left, right movements until you find yourself in the center, so that from your center you can simply roll the shoulders back and down, keep your chin above the water, soften up the belly, and listen to your body through the sound of your breath. As you listen to your body and you respect your body will respect you. You and your body can become best friends have all types of adventures together. Your body will do anything for you if you will do anything for your body. My name is Ben. This is Inner Space. I'm so grateful that you shared your practice with me today. See you next time.